All right, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood, Sisterhood scripture class. So, something that we're going to touch on today is we're going to touch on a demon's job. We're going to touch on things that we got to look out for, because a lot of times we don't see our actions as us having a demon on them. We don't even think about what a demon's job is, because a lot of us we're going through the motions. When we start dealing with a lot of things, we just go through the motions and we no longer look at it spiritually. We no longer look at it as, okay, why are so many things happening to me back to back to back to back to back? So the first thing we're going to touch on today, let's go to Matthew, the book of Matthew, 12 and 43.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places.
Understand this. See, that unclean spirit is a demon. See, when a demon is used to being inside of you for so long, it's found its home. It's somewhere that he's comfortable. It's somewhere that he knows. It's something familiar, right? See, the only way for you to get a demon out is you have to pray it out. And not only pray it out, you also have to change your ways. So let's just go into it for just being honest with you. So in the world, what are some things that we used to do? We used to do drugs. We used to sell drugs. We used to, you know, womanize. Some people used to be pimps. Some people used to be muggers. Some people used to be robbers and unalivers. You understand what I'm saying? And those demons are still inside you, even when you decide that you want to come into this truth. Those demons are somewhere down in there. And you know what? They're just waiting for an opportunity to come out. The only way for you to truly get that demon out is by you changing. You have to learn the new thing. So you got to learn how to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. When you start learning how to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments and doing it daily, checking your spirit daily, when you decide to give yourself and kill the old you to now follow the Most High God, you know for a fact you can't unalive people just off of a whim no more. You can't go rob people and be a sticker boy or anything like that. You can't kick those no more. You can't sit here and sell drugs. You can't sit here and abuse drugs and be on them. You can't sit here and do nothing that is against the law, statutes, and commandments and against what your Father has for you. Because how can you love somebody like you love yourself and you sell drugs? How can you treat people how you would want to be treated, but yet you're sitting here abusing? We got domestic violence at an all-time high. We got people setting up other people. That's not how you would want to be treated. All these things are demons. So understand this. In the book of Matthew, it said what?
In the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none.
See, when that unclean spirit leaves out of a person who's changing, when that demon leaves out of you, once you become holy and set apart, see, it starts going into different places. It's trying to find a new home. It's trying to find a new host where it can go into. But see, while it's in those dry places, it can't find rest. It can't find somewhere to stay. So what does it do? Keep reading.
Verse 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
That demon says, you know what? I know where I can go. I'm going right back into where I ended up having to leave in the first place. Because I know for a fact he acting like he's really changed, but he not really changed. I still got a home there. And when the demon comes back, keep reading. What does it say?
And when he is come, he findeth empty, swept, furnished.
See, when you start following the law, statutes, and commandments, you start cleaning your house. See, your mind is changed. See, your mind is now cleaned. Your spirit is now clean because you are following the law, statutes, and commandments. You're following what your father had for you. Go ahead, what you got?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So with the scripture in Luke talking about the new wine and the new bottle, would that be a precept for this? I can pull it if you need me to, sir.
Go ahead.
Kind of what kind? It's Luke 5:37. Give me 1 second, please. What's like it?
All right.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles,
Mm-hmm.
else the new wine will burst the bottles
Mm-hmm.
and be spilled, and those shall perish. Verse 38. But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved.
Right.
So I was asking, so like, would this be able to say? Could you say the house is the same thing as the bottle, and the old wine would be the demon, and the new wine would be the truth?
Right. Because just think about it like this. If you have an old cup, right? Are you gonna put something new that you're about to drink in an old cup? Why won't you do it?
It's nasty. I mean, because it's gonna contaminate the old stuff is gonna contaminate the new stuff.
Right. So you have to become a new what?
A new creature.
Right. Because at the end of the day, if you have a old cup, because let me tell you, if you leave juice or you leave water in a cup for a long period of time, what ends up happening?
It's gonna mold.
It's gonna mold and mildew, right?
Kind.
So at that point, what do you end up having to do?
You either gotta wash the cup or you gotta get a new cup.
You got to wash the cup or get a new cup. If you decide to wash that cup, do you just wash it regularly or do you actually do some real deep scrubbing? You get the Dawn out, you get a little bleach out, and you get that hot water with that scrub.
Kind.
Right. That's the same thing with you.
Cleaning
When
the
you
house.
was at, you got to clean that house.
Kind.
And what is the house? The house is you, right?
Kind.
Cleaning your temple, right?
Kind, sir.
Right. Go ahead, Art.
So crazy is that you can come across other people that'll have that dirty house and just you can just feel it on them. That demon,
Yeah.
it done went over to somebody that you know to try to mess up what you got going on.
Exactly. Do you know demons can jump from people to people, from person to person, right? You know how easy and how quick it can happen? I could be upset behind something today, right? And because I come into the school or I come into my home and I'm already upset behind something, my wife or my kids or my other wife could say something to me and my reaction to them immediately takes the demon off of me and puts it on them. That's just like a brother asking me a question. If I had a bad day at work today and y'all asked me a question, I'd be like, why the hell you even asking me that? Like, come on now. You already know the answer to that question. What are you now gonna feel? You're gonna feel offended. You're gonna have resentment towards me. And what is that? What did that do right then and there when I just did that?
That put a demon on me.
That put a demon on you. So now something that you were asking for help for, something that you just like, okay, I was just asking this just to get a brief breakdown. That's why you here. You supposed to give me breakdowns. Now you like, man, I ain't gonna ask him nothing. Like, what are he tripping for? Now that demon's on you. Now, when the next brother come up to you and talk to you, now you might be like, hey, I don't even want to talk right now. So now you're passing that spirit alone. You passing that demon alone because It all started from what? That dirty cup. It all started because I had it and I did not check my spirit. So you can quickly pass a demon along. And that's why we always have to be mindful of how we talk to one another and how we treat one another. Because first and foremost, if I'm having a bad day, I need to learn how to deal with that. If I can't deal with it, I need to get counsel on the matter. So that way, what I'm about to do is not going to hurt and hinder y'all from having a brother. I have to treat you the way that I would want to be treated. If you're mad, I don't want you to treat me foul. So if I'm mad, I can't treat you foul. So understand this. What you got?
Like if I could, sir, I was gonna say that's just so heavy what you bringing out and what the brother you know what I'm saying just said about how he brought out he can notice the demon on somebody else and what you're saying because demons and brotherhood go hand in hand.
Right,
So you have to be able to recognize the demons on yourself as well as other people because what you just said out of one demons can jump on each other. And if demons on one person, then it's really on all of us eventually. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you fight your own demons is brotherhood.
right. And then you want to know something else on top of what you just said? Your brothers can see the demon on you. And there's brothers that will sit here and pinpoint what you might need at that point in time and give you enough brotherhood to help you fight your demon. And it didn't happen so many times. How many times have you came into the school and you might not have felt good, but then a brother said something to you, or he'll laugh with you or joke with you, and now your spirit has lightened up, and you feel like, okay, I don't feel the same way that I did at first. See that brother, that person that came right then and there, they just help you get that demon up off you. Because that demon wanted you to be what? It wanted you to be mad. It wanted you to be sad. It wanted you to, a demon's job is to separate you so that way they can kill you. A demon's job is to make you feel depressed. A demon's job is to make you feel like everybody's against you. A demon's job is to make you feel like nobody knows what the fuck I'm going through. And because they don't know what I'm going through, and because they don't understand what I'm going through, they don't understand me, I don't feel like I have nobody I can talk to, I'ma just be to myself. That's what a demon's job is to do. A demon's job is to make you feel like you have to be by yourself. But the Lord never said that you have to be by yourself. Because if you needed to be by yourself, then why did the Lord give Adam Eve? If he just needed to be by himself, if he was better off by himself, then when the Lord put Adam in the garden, then he didn't need Eve. He could have just one deep. He could have zeroed the crooked. He could have just been fine one deep. But see, being one deep puts you in a state of mind that you don't need to be in all the time. Cause then you start feeling like people are always against you. People have a problem with you when they really don't have a problem with you. They just want the best for you. Go ahead.
Back when I was young, it's heavy that you say that because back when I was young, I used to listen to Zero all the time. Like I used to listen to his music all day. Like
Yeah.
me as an adult now, I can't listen to that. Like it's too depressing. Like I don't really want to be depressed.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. I used to listen to Zero all the time, man. You talking about 1, 2, you talking about one deep. Man, we don't speed. We like you talk. I hate you. Yeah, but see, but that's not the spirit that the Most High God has put us in. That brother feels that way because of everything that he's going through, and he don't have people he can trust like that. But see, when you came into this truth under Commander General YAHANNA, bro, you found people that you can seriously trust. That is not only going to see what you're going through, but also give you a hand like, bro, whatever you need, I got you. Bro, you don't have to be in that state of mind no more because I'm here for you. Whatever you going through, let's get counsel. However you feeling, let's go deal with it. See, understand this. When you came into this truth, that demon had to leave. And it went to try to find a new host, but then it tried to come back. You want to know why? Because it tried to put doubt in your mind. Maybe these people ain't who they say they are. Maybe they ain't as real as they claim to be. Maybe, you know what? Maybe there might be one person in here that ain't right. And if there's one person in here that ain't right, then you know what? I can leave. I can walk away. I can run away from the truth. But little do you know, the one person that's not right is you. Because you have the wrong spirit. You're not in the most high because you are thinking wrong. You can't tell me that there's a schism. You can't tell me that. You want to know why? You have to prove it. And if you're looking for a schism, if you're looking for something to be wrong, then how about you look in the mirror first? Because that demon that left and now that's back, maybe that's what's controlling you and making you be somebody that you're not supposed to be for the Lord. Because everybody that's in this truth is doing everything possible to be perfect. They're doing everything possible to be who the Lord has called them to be. Are you? Or does your demon control you? That unclean spirit that still has a hold on to you because you never really did the first death, which is kill the old you so that way the Lord can have the real you, the person that he put on this earth, the person that he always wanted you to be. Y'all had anything else? Or I can keep going. All right. What you got? All right, no sweat. Keep going to verse 44. Matthew 12 and 44.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house whence I came out, and when I come, he findeth is empty, swept, and garnished.
Understand this, that unclean spirit, when it left out, it had it all dirty and it had it like a dirty cup. It had it all dirty. Everything was where he knew it to be. But when he came back, it was swept. It was clean. It's something that he never knew of, right? So what happened? Keep reading.
Then he goeth, well, verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there.
Them 7 spirits are what? It said them
More
7
wicked than himself.
more wicked than the first demon. See, this is what you got to understand. When you are fighting demons, understand this battle is just beginning. You have to stay battling. You have to stay 10 toes. You got to meditate in the scriptures because when you deal with that first demon, so say for instance, your first demon was a lust demon. You know, you was that wicked dude that used to pop all your partner's girls and you used to be a pimp and all that, right? So you no longer do that no more, right? Now you learn that those things were bad. Now you trying to change your life. So now you backsliding. Now you going back into doing your old things. But now, because you know what's right and wrong, see them, you starting to hear that voice being like, you know you ain't supposed to do that. So what do you do to make that voice get out your head? What do most people do when they start hearing voices in their head? They start doing what? They start doing drugs. So now what you got to do? Now you smoking on them cigarettes, them Black and Milds, them vapes. Now you smoking weed because you backsliding and you know for a fact, man, you know I ain't supposed to be out here pimping. I ain't supposed to be out here talking to this dude's girl or this dude girl. I ain't supposed to be Mr. Steal Your Girl no more. But you doing it. Now you out there clubbing. Now you out there just looking for something for you to knock down for the night, and then you gonna go on to the next one and go on to the next one. You see a little fine thing you want, now you trying to trick her into going on the street for you and on the strip for you, or going on the internet and doing OnlyFans, selling pictures and all kind of things and bringing you back the money. So now what you doing? Now you sitting here like, you know what, man, I'm not even supposed to do that. But it's just so much good over here. It just, it feels better because that was the life you used to live. See, now you fighting between the old you and the new you. And everything that you knew when you went into the new you, see, them laws, statutes, and commandments that you found out about, those things is going through your mind all the time. So what you got to do now? You got to stay high. See, weed ain't working for you no more. So what's the next thing you're going to go try? You're going to try that. You're going to try that powder. You're going to hit that powder. You're going to snort that powder, and you're going to smoke. See, snorting powder, you can't find powder. So what you going to do on top of that? Now you got to smoke, drink, and you got to pop pills. Man, I don't want to feel nothing. So what I'm going to do? Pop them bars and them jiggers or them XOs. Man, I'm about to go to a party. I'm going to pop an XO so that way I can be ready for whenever it's time. But the Lord had called you to be something better than that. But because you are allowing that, not only that demon, but you're allowing what? Those 7 others that was more wicked. Now, what are you doing? You crashing out. You doing more than what you were supposed to do. Now you done went from being a womanizer, now you being a womanizer and a drug addict. Oh, nah, it was just weed. It was just a cigarette. Now it's weed and cocaine. Oh, now it's weed and crack. And then where you go from there? Now you a dope fiend. And it just get worse and worse and worse and worse until they completely have you destroyed. What you got, Art?
After the other strong demons got you doing the drugs and the alcohol, then that's when that depression started to hit that you were talking about earlier.
Man,
And
you already know that. Because you're not the man that you was no more. Them drugs done got you to the point where you losing your teeth because you on that meth or you on that pipe. Now you around here, you not looking the same. People don't treat you the same. Why? Because they no longer know you. They don't see the same person that they used to. And that's all because you don't know how to fight your demon. Understand this. A demon is going to leave out of you when you change and start following the Lord. But when that demon tries to come back with them 7 others, you have to fight even harder and meditate in the scriptures so that way the Lord can protect you. That way his light shines so bright that them demons can't bring darkness in that house no more. Go ahead and keep reading. Come.
This is book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Right.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto his wicked generation.
Understand this, man. When you don't learn how to fight your demons and control them, right? Then the last state will be worse than what? The first one. I'm telling you right now, there's plenty of people that came into the truth and then left the truth. And they are worse. They are worse now than they was when they first even stepped in the doors. Do you know how many brothers done left the truth because they didn't want to take orders and then end up getting locked up where they had to take orders? That's the craziest part. The Lord is cold-blooded. Because there's a bunch of brothers that done sat here and left because they didn't want nobody telling them, hey, go pick that up for me if you could, Baba Kashah. See, what I just said in the Hebrew is, hey, brother, if you don't mind, can you go pick that up for me, please? Hey, brother, if you don't mind, can you go sweep that for me, please? And because people don't like being told, hey, brother, can you do this? Or brother, hey, brother, I need you to go do this for me. I need you to go make a run for me. Because people don't like that, they leave the truth. Because people feel like they should be more than what the Lord has given them at this point in time. Because we all want to be on top, right? But what if the Lord said that that's not your calling right now? He doesn't need you on top. He needs you to play your position so that way when you do get more power, when you do get more responsibility, you know how to handle it properly. But people's demons, they don't let them do that. You want to know why? Because that's a source of what? That's one form of what? Pride. Go ahead, huh?
What's heavy is they gonna go listen to the white man. The oppressor at work anyway. He gonna tell you what to do.
That's the craziest part about it is most people don't even recognize that. Most people, they get mad at their brothers for just telling them, hey, brother, can you do this? Or can you do this for me? Or, hey, do that for me. But when your oppressor tells you, don't show up after this time. If you show up after this time, you're going to get written up. Don't wear this because you can't. This is my dress code. Have your hair like this because I don't want to see you looking rugged and natural. Women, you can't wear this. You can't wear tights. You can't wear flip-flops and sandals. You can't do this. Your hair can't be a certain color. Your hair can't be a certain style. You got to make sure no certain makeup, no earrings and stuff like that. Then what you do? You say yes, sir, to your oppressor saying that to you. Your pride don't come in the way when your oppressor's talking to you, but your pride comes when you talking to your brother and your sister. All these are things that we have to look out for because these are all demons. See, when we let our pride get in the way, that's one of the biggest demons that we can have is a prideful spirit. Because that prideful spirit stops us from doing the work. A lot of people leave because their pride is too big that they cannot see that, you know what, I may be wrong. Or you know what, we all have to start somewhere. So let me start by doing my 90 days. Let me start by coming to class consistently. But then when that pride hits, then them demons come back. And what do after that point? They make us leave. And now we're in a worse state. Be mindful of that. Watch out for that. Because that's exactly what your demon wants. Your demon wants you to get to the point where you like, I don't care about nothing that they talking about because they tripping. They want me to do this, this, and that, man. I feel like I should be able to do this. Well, if that's how you feel, then go ahead and do your thing. But when you get knocked across your head by all them plagues because you following your demons, you got what you wanted. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. Mm-hmm.
This is
the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Why do you think the Bible is telling you to be sober and vigilant? What is to be vigilant? What does that mean?
Salakia, it means kind of just to keep an eye out, be aware of things that may happen.
Yeah. Be looking. Be watching. See, a lot of people don't understand when it's telling you to be sober, it's not saying that you can't have a drink. It's not saying that you can't do the. What it's saying is don't be to the point where you're no longer able to be vigilant. You got to know your limits. You shouldn't be getting to the point where you're drunk. If you're somebody that can't, if you cannot control your drinking, then don't drink. Be sober. Don't be impaired. That's the same thing like drugs. Don't be a drug addict, because when you're on drugs, are you sober? Don't be on drugs. Be sober. Be sober minded. So that way you can be vigilant. Because it said what?
Because your adversary,
Your adversary, which is who?
the devil,
And what is another word for your adversary?
your enemy,
Your enemy, the devil, is what? As a what?
as a roaring lion,
And
wa-
he's doing what?
walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
You, don't that sound like your oppressor? Don't that sound like they demons? Don't that sound like the demons that try to come on us all the time? See, you got to understand. You have to be mindful of the things that you do. You have to always watch. Go ahead.
Like you, sir. I didn't want to cut your point off, but
Go ahead.
this scripture makes me think of all them brothers that get pulled over and then they not sober minded, so they start back talking to police, and the police is just looking for an excuse to shoot them or break their window and start beating them down.
Brother, this is why we say this one body. Because that's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly where I'm about to go. Because when do most fights happen? When you're where?
At the club.
At the club. The most shootouts in Houston, Texas happened after we were where? We were at the club. That's why we don't do after hours. Because 9 times out of 10, every after hour you go to is going to end one or two ways. Somebody's going to get shot, or somebody's going to get ran over by a car. There's going to be a big fight. Somebody might get stabbed. Sisters might be out there fighting and somebody get hit with a bottle. Because nobody out there is what? Nobody's out over there sober-minded. Everybody's out there full. And not only are they full of that liquor, full of them drugs and all that, they're full of demons. Because their pride is mighty around that time. Same thing like the brother said, getting pulled over by cops when you've been drinking. You can't be vigilant and drunk. It's not going to work. I'm telling you now, it's not going to work. Because at the end of the day, your mind is not fully on the task at hand. And the task at hand is to watch out for the deceivers and watch out for the demons. You have to be mindful of what's going on. Because what are demons trying to do? What are your oppressors trying to do as well? The demons and your oppressor goes hand in hand. What are they both trying to do?
Unalive you.
Unalive you. Why? Because if they can control you, then what? If they can lock us all up, then do they have to worry about us? Do they ever have to worry about us getting into these high places if they can lock us up and give us a record and give us felonies or unalive us and have us in a casket 6 feet under? Do you think that they ever have to worry about us getting together and gathering ourselves together and being who the Lord asked us to be? You got to understand what a demon's job is and your oppressor's job is to kill you and destroy you so that way you never be who the Lord wanted you to be. You got something out?
It's heavy that you say that because I've been seeing this homeless dude go viral lately for rapping on the street, and he's adequate on saying free Dr. York. And it seems like every time when we have this burst of like when the Israelites are starting to get real known, it's like the oppressor try to throw somebody in there that like a curveball, like y'all don't go listen to them, listen to this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know Dr. York is an evil brother.
Brother, let me tell you something. This is going to always be the case. You want to know why? Because the only way that I can have you do what I want you to do is for me to do what? Send somebody that you will follow, right? So if I have this shiny new toy, you know, it's just like kids. You have a toy that you've been having for years, right? But when they come with the shiny new toy, then what? I want to see what that toy about. I want to see, okay, I got the old school transformer, but nah, this the new transformer with the light up, and then you can press the button and it'll transform. So which one do you want at that point? You want the new.
Typically, are the ones, just not to cut you off, but the old one is actually made with better materials.
The old one is made with metal material, and the new one, but the new one just look brand. It just look good, right? That's the same thing dealing with these oppressors. See, this Bible been here for a long period of time. It's made with better material, right? The law, statutes, and commandments have you where? Have you where you need to be. But you know what comes out? It's that new little toy. That say it in the mic, brother. Say it
So
in the
like it's
mic,
we got
brother.
Islam and Christianity and Buddhism, some toys, some new toys.
Them alternative lifestyle, being gender fluid, and all these other new things that they want to put. And then for all our people, it just looks so much. It looks so fun. It's just I don't know why it looks fun to them, but it looks fun to them. So now they want that. They want that new toy. Not even realizing that them devils, them oppressors, them demons are with all that new. And what you were supposed to do was be vigilant. You were supposed to see the trap, but you're not seeing the trap because why? You're looking for the next new thing when the Lord gave you what you needed in the first place. It's time for us to be vigilant. We got to look and see and be watchmen. We got to watch out for everything. When it comes down to these shiny new things that come about in this world, you got to watch out for them. You got to watch what your kids is watching. You got to watch out for all these things because just because it feels good in the moment does not mean that that's for you. If you don't watch what your kids is watching, what they digest and what they see on a daily basis, you can lose your children to this world. These devils are looking to devour us. They ain't gotta eat you in person for you to be devoured. They just gotta give you the new shiny toy. What is that? They're making things like this one crazy thing called skibbity toilet. Man, so right now on YouTube, they got a thing called skibbity toilet where they got a character that's the head and the neck of some crazy Esau man is in a toilet, and he's got this one saying that all these kids is learning. But what he's doing in the cartoon is nothing but evil. It's teaching the kids to be more defiant in a way. And that's not the only thing that they're doing. It's more than that. That's why I say you got to be very mindful of what your kids is watching and what they are doing because the devils are out here looking to devour us. Why do you think that we got all these, we ain't have all these Decepticons. We Back in the day, it wasn't all these Decepticons, and if you was part of the alternative lifestyle, you was in the closet. Not too many people was out and about saying they want to do this and getting these surgeries and allowing people to be the woman of the year, even though it's really a man. But the world now, what are they doing? They're giving you stuff because at the end of the day, they're trying to devour you. So they're trying to get you to start digesting the wrong things and coming into the trap. So that way they got you. And once they got you and got a hold of you, then what? You're theirs. That's the same thing. Go ahead, brother. You got something. What you got?
It's heavy that you saying this because I had, I be at work and stuff, so I don't be having the time to be watching TV with my daughters. So I like to put on old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I had seen this black kid on the advertisement, and it said something about Strange World on Disney Plus. I'm like, hey, I had to ask my wife, is it, is it good for her to watch? She was like, no, don't put that on because it's called Strange World for just some strange homosexual stuff for
Mm-hmm.
kids on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
On Disney Plus.
yeah. They're making cartoons now to get your kids to be okay with in trying to move them in a way of being gender fluid or a boy wanting to be a girl or a girl wanting to be a boy or them to see that it's okay for boys to be with boys and girls be with girls. Go ahead.
I was I was watching my niece once, and I was reading a book. It was a Sesame Street book,
Yeah.
and Bert and Ernie was on that book.
Yep.
And she asked me about Bert and Ernie, and I just naturally told her from when I grew up with Bert and Ernie, I said those are brothers. They might not be blood brothers, but they brothers. You know what I'm saying? Bert and Ernie are homies. They 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 boys.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Later, probably a week later, I heard that they teaching that Bert and Ernie are a homosexual couple.
Yep. Yep.
That's what it is now.
That's what they've been saying. That's what they've been saying recently. They saying Bert and Ernie was together. And that's the craziest part about it is, man, these are things we got to look out for. Understand that, man. Brother, you ain't the only person that hate this place. But we have to be sober and vigilant so that way we can see what these devils are trying to do. Go to if you could go to Ephesians 6 and 11. Once you got to go ahead and read from me. If you need to, I can read it. Mm, mm, yeah. You got it. Go ahead and read from me.
6 and 18, sir.
11.
Kind of kind. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Understand we got to do what?
Put on the whole armor of God,
That way what?
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
See, we have to learn how to put the full armor of God on. What is the full armor of the Most High God?
Salakia, sir. Is it the law, statutes, and commandments, and the Holy Spirit?
Exactly. The law, statutes, and commandments. Because how do you fight against demons? By doing what?
Keeping the law, being perfect.
Right.
Salakia.
Keeping the law, being perfect, doing what the law, statutes, and commandments told you to do. Knowing who your enemy is, not following into their ways, not sitting here doing what? Eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Not sitting here doing what? Going to strip clubs. Because why do you put on the full armor of God? For you to do what? What does it say?
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
The wiles of the devil. What do you think is some of the wiles that devils bring up?
It's like your very revealing clothes for women, drugs.
Yeah,
So like your discounted alcohol,
yeah.
cigarettes,
Because what do the devils want? The devils want our women to be what?
whores,
Whores. And what do they want our men to be?
docile,
Exactly. And what do they want our children to be?
slaves.
Exactly. So we got to put on the full armor of God. I got you. You be next. We got to put on the full armor of God, because if we do that, we don't have to worry about our women being whores, because they know that they are what? A woman,
Princess.
princesses. They're the daughters of Zion. And their price is well above a what?
Rubies.
A ruby, because they are women of virtue. What is a brother? He's a soldier for the Most High God. He's a prince. And his worth is what?
Far, far more valuable than gold.
And the gold of what? Ophir. And so are our children. When you put on that full armor of God, you know your value. You know what you should do. You know how you should walk. You know how you should talk. So those things help you go against what? What did it say in that the scripture you read? What did it say? Put on the full armor of God, so you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles of the what? What's another word for devil? Deceivers. You had something, brother? Go ahead.
So like, 'cause really, if we follow what they have going on, there won't be no more us.
Exactly. And that's their job. Their job is to make it where there is no more us. So are we going to fall for it? Or are we going to do what the Bible says? Keep reading.
Wakan, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Understand this. The battle that we are fighting right now, it's not right as you see it. See, when we was in the world, somebody that was yelling and screaming, what do we see them as?
Crazy.
Crazy. Somebody on drugs, what do we see them as? Somebody that walk up to you and they're on drugs, what do you see? What did you see when you was in the world? Somebody that was walking up to you on drugs. A crackhead. Sherm head, a crackhead, dope fiend, all those things, right? But see, now that you're in the truth and you know for a fact what we're really dealing with, what do you see if you see somebody yelling and screaming, or somebody walk up to you and they're on drugs? What do you see?
Demons, either somebody that's being oppressed or somebody that's being oppressed and not have their medication.
Exactly. Because wasn't we one of those people that used to walk up? Because we all had an addiction before we got into the truth. Some people's addiction was, was to some harder drugs than others. I used to smoke weed all the time. Everywhere I go, when I was in the world, everywhere I went, I was high. Somebody could have saw me and was like, "Oh man, that's just a pothead." You know what the men of the Lord saw? They saw a brother that needed help. They saw a brother that had a weed demon, and really and truthfully, he was only smoking weed to try to numb his mind based off of the life that he lived that was so harsh. And that's the same thing that we got to see when we see our brothers and our sisters. See, when you start putting on that full armor of God and understand that the fight in the battle that we are fighting is not about what we just see on the outside, but what we really need to be looking inwardly and seeing, then you'll know how to help your people. The fight is not just, oh, he angry. Oh, she yelling. Oh, they don't know how to act. Oh, this kid is just hyperactive, or this kid is just a lost cause. No. Why are they acting like this? Why are they doing the things that they are doing? Why is this you know what? Something that I learned when I got into the truth, and something that I actually did, was there was a time that I was at a gas station and somebody walked up to me while I was pumping gas and was asking me for some money. And I'm talking about, this person was completely destroyed. And I asked him, I was like, all right, what you need some money for? Are you trying to get something to eat? Because if you're trying to get something to eat, I can help you get something to eat. They were like, nah, I want it so I can get my fix. And I just asked them, I was like, what who were you before this? Like, what's going on? Like, who were you before this? And a person just looked at me and was like, that's what we got to start asking. We got to start asking, who were you before this? We got to start understanding that this fight that we're fighting right now is spiritual warfare. Stop looking at people and seeing dope fiends and crackheads and all that, and start looking to see who they were before this. Like, before you was a drug addict, who were you? Why did you start turning into that? Because that's the same thing that we get asked, and that, believe it or not, that comes up when you first get into the truth. People ask you all the time, like, who were you before this? Okay, well, you're no longer that person. Do you know there's so many sisters that have been sexually abused because of demons, because people that had no control over themselves and they were hurt, so they hurt the next person. There's a lot of sisters that have been sexually abused. But when they come into this school, when they come to follow the Most High God, they understand that you are no longer that woman that was taken advantage of. That woman is now dead. And as long as you keep her dead, she will forever stay dead, and you will be a new creature under Christ. The person you thought you was, you are no longer that person. You have your control back. But you can only do that when you put on that full armor of God. That full armor of God will change your life if you let it. Understand, this battle that we are fighting is not about what you see about flesh and blood, but it's about the spiritual warfare. Brother, who were you before you decided to be a drug dealer? Before you decided to be a, a drug user, a womanizer? Why did you become a womanizer? Was it because what? You dealt with somebody and they denied you in front of people, so now it made it look like you couldn't pull nobody, so now you pulling everybody, having sex with them, and now throwing them away? Are you somebody that treat people wrong because you were sexually assaulted when you were younger? So now you're using what you're doing right now to mask the fact that you are hurt, and really and truthfully what you need to do is just talk about it so that way it can be fixed and you can let it go. Sister, why are you a whore? Is it because somebody took advantage of you? Is it because your mother let your uncles treat you however they felt like treating you because she was on drugs? And because you was the nice shiny new toy that they got to go play with? Sister, you don't have to stay that. You don't have to be that for the rest of your life. You can have your control back. Understand this. Those people were sick. Those people did not have what you have the opportunity to get. And that's a new life. They don't understand the severity of the things that they did, because at the end of the day, it was probably done to them. That's not giving them an out, because when the Lord comes back, the Lord will deal with them. But this is about you. You got to watch out for these things, because you don't have to be that. You don't have to let your situations that happened to you in the past dictate the rest of your life. You have control over you. So stand. The war that we fighting right now ain't on flesh and blood, but it's a spiritual warfare. Go ahead and keep reading.
Kind of kind. Verse 13.
That was
Wherefore,
it. That was it on 12.
kind of was it on 12, sir.
All right, let's go to James 4 and 7 real quick.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Submit yourself, therefore, to God. See, what is this saying? It's saying the exact same thing we've been talking about this whole time. What is submitting yourself to God?
Following the law, statutes, and commandments.
It's that's you submitting. That's you giving over power, giving over control. If I'm going to sit here and say I'm a child of the Most High God and I'm going to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, I have to give over myself to following the laws, statutes, and commandments. I'm no longer living my life for myself. I'm living it for who? The Most High God. To make him proud. So submit yourself, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. That's how you get rid. That's how you get rid of demons. That's how you get rid of things that you no longer need in your life. Put God first in your life and watch people leave. I know for a fact when I came into the truth, I had so many people leave from beside me. I had so many partners walk away. And that's okay. Because I got a whole new family that's righteous. So submit yourself to God. Choose God over everything else. And watch those demons and those deceivers flee. Go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 14 for me, Baba Kashar. Once you got to go ahead and read for me.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Ye are the light of the world. When you are following the law, statutes, and commandments, when you are who you're supposed to be by following God, it said that you are what?
It says that you are the light of the world.
And it also said that you're what?
A city that set on a hill cannot be hid.
You are such a bright light. It's just like a city on the top of the hill that can't be hidden. When you are following the law, statutes, and commandments, when you come into this truth and you start doing everything that you're supposed to do, when you start working for the Most High God, when you start putting your selfish needs behind you and start becoming a selfless person that is a servant, then you are what? You are light. You are something that can't be hidden. Keep reading.
Verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Understand this. You have to be okay with being that light. Stop trying to put your spirit under a bushel. Stop trying to hide it. Stop trying to crouch down like, hey, I'm an Israelite. Hey, I follow the Most High God and I do what he tells me to do. Nah, stand 10 toes for it. Don't put your light under a bushel. You put your light where? On the table, in the candlestick, and you let that light shine to the point where there is no more darkness. You let your light shine bright because that's who you are supposed to be. That's what the Most High God has chosen you to be. You have to just do it. Let your light shine. Let people see you and see the greatness that is in you. Let people see you and know who you used to be. And be like, why? Like, in Salakia, how I'm going to say this, but I'm going to just keep it real. Dang, my nigga ain't even my nigga like that no more. Like, bro, you used to be the same person that used to roll up weed. Bro, you was the fastest roller we had in the crew. Bro, you was the dog. You was the dude that had the pints for 200, double sealed, no K-roll. You were the person that we. And now, bro, man, they got you like this, man. Hey, bro, what did they tell you to make you be something different? Hey, brother, let me tell you this. I decided to put away all my wickedness so that way I could have life. I chose life over death. I have a saying. You can gain the world and lose your soul, or you can lose the world and gain the soul. Do I want to gain the whole world and lose my soul, or do I want to lose the whole world and gain the soul? Which one you rather do?
So like I don't want this goes back to when you said that in the last class I was at that it's not this ain't for everybody.
It's not. Because everybody ain't for it. Okay, bro, you got to understand. Everybody's not as real as they claim to be. Like, real people don't do stuff just because somebody else is doing it. Real niggas do stuff because what? Because that's what needs to be done. That's what made me be like, man, you know what? I want to change my life. How do I change my life? Let me go out and seek and find where the truth is. Let me go out and find where other real people are. People that ain't gonna just bite their tongue. They're gonna tell me what's right, even if it hurts my feelings. That's what I chose to do. I said the hell with going to church. You wanna know why? Because the pastor was telling me everything that made me feel good. But then you started seeing how they were hypocrites. Dang, one moment you tell us to come as we are, but then the next moment, if I come in there with basketball shorts and I'm kind of run down because I just came from work, then you telling me I can't come in. Last church service, you was talking about being a part of the alternative lifestyle is an abomination unto the Lord. Now this time you see this big burly 6'3" dude wearing a blouse and a white mink coat with a wig on, and you talking about my, the Lord accepts us. And we just all have things that we no, keep it real. Tell him, hey brother, I see you out there. But let me tell you something. The Lord did not call for you to be in a wig, in a white mink coat with a tank top on. The Lord had called you to be a strong soldier for him. Everybody ain't as real as they claim to be. Some people can sit here and hear the Lord speak to them through these scriptures and be like, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to be a light unto my people. I want my people to be able to see me and be like, man, dog, I know, bro, you used to be a wild boy. Man, and you changed by reading this. You got with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and they changed you from this person to now you're more level-headed. Man, bro, you know what? I might need to come holler at them. Might need to see what they about, because if they could get you to change, I know they could get me to change. But nothing like that would happen if you're putting your light under a bushel. You putting your light underneath the table, like, yeah, I'll bring it out whenever I feel like it, or whenever somebody's looking at me. I'll do some work. I'll do the work of the Lord whenever somebody is around and they can see me do the work. I'm not going to do it 24/7. Don't be that person. Go ahead and keep reading.
What was on?
Verse 16.
Verse 16. This book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16. And let your light shine so bright. Let your light shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Everything that we're doing on this earth is not for us to get the glory. But who is supposed to get the glory?
Most High.
The Most High. Who is above all the earth?
Most High.
That's who we are doing it for. I sit here and do everything that I'm doing right now because I want people to see me and see the Most High has changed me. The Most High has made me into the man that I am today. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments, getting into a group that is not only going to teach me, but hold me accountable to following the Most High God. That's where I need to be. I need to be where we let our light shine so bright that men see it and just be like, man, hey, bro, you got it. You're like, you got it, bro. I don't understand what's going on and why you did this, but bro, you're a better person now than you've ever been. And you know what happens when everybody tells us that? What is the number one saying that we say? Most High in Christ. It was the Lord. I know I was a crash out when I was younger. I ain't no crash out no more. You wanna know why? Because the Lord changed me. The Lord told me I got a better and bigger purpose for you. And you know why? And you know what I said? As soon as I found out what I needed to do, which is come into this school and put in my brick every single day and pray that the Most High has mercy on me for all the wicked things that I've done in my life. I was just like, you know what? Hey, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ for his mercy. Most High in Christ that the Lord saw fit for me not to die before I was able to make it into the truth. Because we all could have died. You had Joe. I'm telling you now, the Lord probably been gave us more opportunities than what we really needed. But because he had so much mercy on us, and because he wanted us to be able to let our light shine, now we are who the Lord needs. And now we have the responsibility to what? Do his will. Let your light shine. Because at the end of the day, the Lord could have dimmed your light, or he could have blew your light out. I'm talking about straight off the cuff. You know what? Let's drop that. Let's go to let's go to 1 Peter 2:9.
This is the book of First Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord chose you over everybody else. And he called you a what? Keep read it again from the beginning.
But ye are a chosen generation,
We are chosen. We are also a what?
a royal priesthood,
Keep going.
and a holy nation, and a
Peculiar.
peculiar people, Salakia, that ye should sheweth forth and praise of him, who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
See, the Lord has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. And not only did he choose us, but he chose us to come out of where?
Come out of darkness.
He wanted us to come out of darkness. What is darkness?
Them demons.
Demons. What else?
Like a low state.
The low state. Because who put us in there? Not only did our oppressor do it, we did it to ourselves too. You want to know why? Because the Lord always told us to do what? Hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments. Because if we did, we would be set on high above all nations on the face of this earth. But if we did not listen, then we would be put at the bottom. And on top of us failing our God because we didn't want to hearken diligently, he also said that there will be a fierce nation of people that comes against you that will show no favor for the young nor the old. And now, because we did not follow our God, we are at a low estate. We're dealing with having to get it out the mud. When if we would have followed our God from the beginning and been the light in this dark world, because he didn't call us to be in darkness for the rest of our life. He chose us to be the light. He said, I want you to come out of darkness into my marvelous light. My marvelous light is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And this is where you should be. Now you need to choose life. That's what we have to do. We have to choose life and understand what we are looking at. Anytime you see something that's too good to be true, understand this. If you want to know if that spirit is of the Most High God or not, test it. If your oppressor is happy to have that type of life, then I'm going to tell you right now, that life ain't for me. Because my oppressor and the things that he loves, see, we don't love the same things. He loves to be wicked. I love to be righteous. If I'm not mistaken, our oppressor loves little boys and little girls. I don't love that. I love following the law, statutes, and commandments because that's what my Father has set forth for me. to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, to be ye therefore perfect, to control my anger, to control my feelings and my urges and the things that I want to do, to control the lustful spirit that is in this world. And that's what I will do. Because I'll choose my Father over the devil any day. And that's what you should do. And with that, we're going to say Amajim, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shim Yahushua Brakatah, Yak Yamatah, Sar, which means to face the sister. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shemalatah Bashim Yahushua, Yak Yamatah. Class dismissed.